It's going to be, the purpose of the commission is to be, go out and seek grants, or is it going to be a whole new grants that are going to come in to look at them and see what other aspects of it affect for successes and whatever?
Grant committee is an advisory board of the select board. It is primarily responsible for the long-term oversight of pre-established grants, including monitoring requirements and providing updates to the select board as needed. It may also assist in evaluating grant applications and may recommend projects for future consideration.
So they won't be seeking new grants, they're just going to be doing overviews and stuff.
You will, well,
Yeah, that's it.
it may also assist in evaluating grant applications
Assisting,
and
okay.
may recommend projects for future, so yeah, you're looking at the grants.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to be assisting, all right.
Yep.
Thanks.
All of the above.
You know, the grants with the, no buy-in are, I mean, it's no brainer right there. The ones that do have a buy-in, because we need to take. Somebody else? Yes.
Sorry, have to go to the podium.
Yeah, we're gonna follow this is the last one of the fiscal year.
Okay, well, state your name. My name is Rita Smith. Have copies. I'd like to discuss some concerns and frustrations that I have with the recreation department. I only have 3, sorry. Thought there was only 3 of you. I have multiple letters of complaint from parents as well, that I would like to discuss. Just multiple things, umpires, like we're setting aside money to pay umpires, but we're not offered umpires. And field preparation, multiple times this season, I coached a softball team, the field wasn't prepped, and if it wasn't prepped, the rec director was not reachable by phone. I do understand that for one of those, she was at a training, but I'm sure the training was scheduled, so there should have been somebody else arranged to maintain the field during that time. As far as the fundraising car wash for the AED goes, there are grants available, but I do know that the town also received the grant last year for the exterior maintenance, so wouldn't the AED could have been included in that? If not, there are grants that are listed on the paperwork that could be used to pay for that. And then as far as team assignments and the All-Stars go, sorry, my team was unable to play this year because of incorrect assignment by the recreation director. You can laugh, that's fine, it's your job and you're not doing it. So I have included multiple things, I won't go over all of them today, that's why I gave you all a copy. I also included some paperwork from the Little League District 6 administrator saying that he had conversations with Anna in the month of May, and in order to be enrolled in the tournament, which we were signed up for but had no information for, it had to be done by June 1st. So as of the 6th of June, I was notified by another recreation department that we were enrolled in this tournament that I knew nothing about. And apparently neither did she, because I didn't have the information for it, and neither did she. She had asked me for it. You can see the information in the packet I gave you also. And then some other things I have issues with are just like lack of communication with scheduling. Last year, I was able to attend the Little League District meeting myself and schedule my own games, which was great. I didn't have any scheduling issues. They were all scheduled, you know, around the Babe Ruth games and the other games that are played here. That wasn't an opportunity that was utilized this year. It could have been done by the rec director or myself, and it wasn't a choice. And then that's also in the email from the Little League administrator.
Yeah,
and
Dave Stone,
yes.
is that who you're talking about?
Yep. And then the last thing that I had on here was just to consider how this affects the kids. You know, I had 9 girls on my team, which is just enough for a team, and 3 of them were too old. So we couldn't go to the tournament, because they couldn't play, because of misplacement of kids of the wrong age on the wrong teams. So I have to tell 3 of my players, hey, you have to sit out so I can bring up 6 girls who've never played on our team if we want to play in this tournament, or we just forfeit the tournament. And last time I checked, that's the responsibility of the rec director to assign the kids to the appropriate teams so that this isn't happening. And I understand there weren't enough kids to have a majors team this year. However, Bridgeton had one, Shakopee Valley had one, Freiburg had one. Instead of placing them on a team that's too young for them, direct them to a place they can play on a team with kids of their own age and their own caliber. Like I said, included another letter here. I'm not gonna go over it because it's not mine, we didn't write it. But it's in there for your review, and I would love for this stuff to be added to her personnel file so that in the future when things arise, you can look back on this and see the problems that started from day one. I also was wondering, is during this time, is she still on her 90-day probation from her original start date?
Nope.
As of last week, she would have been, when all of this was happening. Okay. And then there was one other question I had, and I can't remember what it was. So if you could just take the time to review the information that I have provided you and take it into consideration that this behavior is driving parents away from wanting to coach for this town and driving kids away from wanting to sign up to play here. Because this isn't the first time it's happened. It's unfortunate that it's happened again. But
When did it happen previously?
2 years ago when we played in the Freiburg Rec Division. I understand that's out of her control, she was not in position then. But not only this information, I mean, prior on the 8th of April when she did the pitching clinic with Coach Fred Act, I was there and so was Derek Egan. We both offered any assistance she needed with the Little League division, how it works. I've done it, Derek's done it, we understand it. I just don't feel it's appropriate for the recreation director to be asking me where to get the information when it's her job. I'm not paid to do the job. Thank you.
Anybody else? Yes.
I guess it would be of my opinion to not pave any more current dirt roads, to create more paved roads that, in my opinion, we already have enough of that are failing and not being maintained because it costs every body part to pave them, because that's what, but
You definitely have to finish the underground.
that's just my thing, to not add more pavement.
I wasn't here when they did the first half. They just didn't have the money to do all of it.
Yeah, I just,
Finish that one up. And the other two are the very end of Porter Road, fine, that goes up to Brownfield. The other ones are going over.
yeah, the redoing current,
Yeah.
they're shitty. It's the making more pavement that I think is hard to maintain, because it just costs more every year. Not that dirt roads are free to maintain, but anyway, that's,
Dirt is free now. It's everywhere.
they're not making any more of it.
Not good dirt. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to respond back to a couple of things. One is, in terms of the rec director position and what just occurred, I don't think it's appropriate for a department head to turn around and stare in the face of somebody that's making a complaint in order to intimidate. That's not cool, and that's exactly what just happened. Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, are all of the programs of the rec doing the outdoor AED? Are they all contributing to that outdoor AED, or is it in some way only the responsibility of a softball team or little league team or whoever's doing it? That's the second thing. The third thing is, during the rec report, there's a lot of sports going on, but I haven't heard anything about sports tonight, so I thought that was also rather interesting. The fourth thing is, the You mentioned Route 160 and the intersection
Correct.
being a state road and nothing that you can act on. My suggestion would be to craft a letter with every time we have a complaint, suggest that the person write a letter, and then maybe we keep a tally of how many complaints are coming in with those intersections. Keep a date reference, a log, and then get it to the state every time until we are able to establish a trend. So we can stop the deaths in the middle of these intersections.
Okay, so I'm gonna respond to that, the last part of your statement about the state roads. Several times, Maine DOT has come out here. You can ask the gentleman sitting directly to your right, who has been involved in all of them. Bill Flynn sitting in front of you. There's been a number of selectmen that have come and gone that have been part of this. The state looks into these intersections and has the same with down there as up here, where there are state roads. They have looked at it, and there are not enough accidents happening.
That's why we need to report them.
They are reported. The Maine DOT is the one that brought down all of the statistics with every single call in a decade's time, correct, Chief?
That's right.
There's nothing the town can do. We have no cognizance at all on any of the state roads. We go through this, it happens and then it doesn't happen. It happens, then it doesn't happen. There's nothing that the town we can't force the state to do anything. When they come down
No,
and
but
they
generally
address us.
building a case is a good idea and making sure that they're aware that these things are happening and that the town of Brownfield is not happy with it. And eventually, they'll either do it or they won't. But when there's a lawsuit, we'll wrap them up into it.
Well, there's no
I don't know what
lawsuit,
else to say.
there's no lawsuit that you can refer to from the town of Brownfield unless a town of Brownfield vehicle causes it, first and foremost. Chief, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the last briefing we got from the head engineer guys from Maine DOT, all accidents that happen in Brownfield, on Maine DOT roads, they compile in Augusta. Am I correct in his brief?